Many thanks for to the European Internet Forum for having this virtual debate, and many thanks also to my predecessors. It has been a very, very interesting beginning of our virtual debate. Well, I will perhaps present another approach, another perspective. It's a perspective from the member states and what we have been doing. Skills are fundamental to the capacity of people and countries to succeed in an increasingly interconnected and rapidly changing world, as already the MEP Negrescu said to us at the beginning. Globalization, digitalization, climate and demographic changes are reshaping our societies, our work and social settings, and also generating a growing demand for higher levels of transversals and new types of skills. And for that, education and training systems need to be reshaped in order to equip people with the right mix of skills needed throughout their lives, as digitalization transforms the way people live, learn, work, and communicate, and changes society and economy. The governments need to understand the nature of these changes and how to implement the right policies to ensure that digitalization promotes indeed sustainable and inclusive growth and empowers people with the capacity to succeed in a rapidly evolving environment in their life and their jobs. The COVID-19 pandemic has for sure, and some of my predecessors also said that, the COVID-19 pandemic has put unprecedented pressure on education and training sector and triggered a drastic shift to distance teaching and learning. And this shift has brought different challenges to education and training systems, including digital challenges, but also equity and inclusion issues. Other sectors, such as the economy and labor markets, have also been heavily impacted, bringing forward a clear need for digital transformation or for equipping people with digital skills. In fact, education and training policies targeted towards inclusive, green, and digital transitions are the key for a strong, more just, social, sustainable, digital, resilient, and knowledge-based Europe. As highlighted by the current European Commission, there is a clear need to unlock the potential of digital technologies for learning and teaching, and to develop these digital skills for all, and I mean for all really. And for that, at the EU level, several initiatives have been recently adopted, and others will follow, as already mentioned by Alina Ujupan from the European Commission. The Council will adopt conclusion on digital education at the end of this month, inviting member states to promote the building of digital education technologies, but also the acquisition of digital competencies. Over the past 2 decades, many investments and initiatives have been undertaken within digital education, educational technologies, and digital skills development in the member states. But these initiatives were often limited in scale, short-lived, and had marginal impact at system level. Well, very briefly, I can give the example of my country, Portugal, where between 2007 and 2011, an education technology plan was implemented. Well, and more recently, in 217 was launched the National Digital Competence Initiative that we have called Portugal in Code 2030. That is an integrated public policy with a whole government approach to enhance and foster digital competencies in the country. The Encode 2030 initiative has a broad scope in this drive towards digital development, starting with the promotion of digital inclusion and digital literacy, educating the young generation from an early age, but also qualifying the active population and specializing its graduates for advanced digital jobs. Well, the pandemic crisis has shown that the digital transformation of all sectors, namely the education and training sectors, is lagging behind in, many EU member states, with divergences persisting on the availability of digital infrastructures, digital equipment, as well as the provision of digital skills. And that's why it is of the utmost importance to discuss this issue. And in this context, it is therefore essential to adequately prepare citizens for an increasingly globalized and interconnected future by investing in skills needed to succeed and to participate in society, and by equipping people within a lifelong learning approach with digital knowledge, skills, competence, and attitudes to live, to learn, to work, and to thrive in a world that is more than ever mediated by digital technologies. Allow me a final personal note. We do need to shape a better tomorrow and an inclusive recovery and leaving no one behind. Well, I will be happy to answer to questions and to continue this very, very interesting debate. Many thanks.